Alright, now we move to example 3. In example 3, it is on circular shifting of time domain sequence. Okay, so please read to the question. Alright, so from the question, we have 7 samples of length 12 real sequence Sn with a real point value 12 point DFT. Xk are given by, okay, so from the question we have the first keywords, length 12, and then we have we have 12 point. So basically these two keywords describe the same thing. These two keywords describe about capital N value, which is 12. Okay, so if you look at the question, okay, we have 7 sample, and then you need to find the remaining 5 sample. Okay, so basically if you look at the given sequence, the given samples, okay, we don't have the sequence for x1, x4, x7, x9 and x10. Okay, so what okay, so how to answer this question? Okay, length 12 point describe about capital N equal to 12, and from here also we know that the range of the sequence is from 0 to 11. Okay, so first what you have to do is, okay, you have to remember this equation. This is Xn, the time. Okay, so from this question, this sample is in real sequence. So basically real sequence or real sample. Okay, why you need to use this question and this equation? Because this is real sequence, real sample. So in real sequence or real sample, we don't have imaginary part. That is why you have to use time domain equation. Okay, so go back to the question. You need to find the remaining 5 samples. Okay, the remaining 5 samples is x1, x4, x7, x9 and x10. This is what you have to find. Okay, next after you identify the missing sample, next you just have to apply this equation. Okay, so N is equal to x1 is equal to x minus 1. Okay, your capital N is 12, so x 12 minus 1. So x12 minus 1 is x11. And then you refer to the question. x11, the value is minus 2. Same goes to others. Okay? You just substitute the value inside the equation. Okay, then for example 3. Okay, example 4 is on circular shifting of frequency domain sequence. Okay, can you please read through the question? From the question, okay, we can identify 2 important keywords. Okay, so first keywords is length 9 and 9 point. So same thing, length 9 point describe capital N equal to 9. Okay, second keywords is complex sequence. So when you see these keywords, complex sequence, you will have real and imaginary numbers. Okay, so from real and imaginary numbers, of course, you may know you have to use frequency domain equation. So in this question, again, you were asked to determine the missing sample. Okay, so again, from this question also, you may know the range, the sequence range. In this case, your capital N is 9. So you know that your range is from 0 to 8. Okay, from the question, okay, the missing sample is x1, x3, x5 and x7. Okay, so for you to answer this one, you have to remember this equation. This equation you must remember. Okay, so in this question, okay, you can see this notation, conjugate. So definitely when you see conjugate, you know that it is meant for complex sequence. Okay, alright, so go back to the question. You need to find the missing sample. In this question, the missing sample is x1, x3, x5 and x7. Okay, so x1 is x conjugate minus 1, capital N is 9. So here x conjugate 9 minus 1. So this is equal to x conjugate 8. Okay, so from the question, we know that x8 is minus 7.7 minus j 3.2. Here we have conjugate. Okay, so conjugate, again, you need to change the sign at the imaginary part. Okay, so because of x8 is minus 7.7 minus j 3.2. So x conjugate 8 is minus 7.7 plus j 3.2. Okay, same goes for x3 until x7. Okay, then for example number 4,